Great, good.
Now, we'll have pollsters out tonight, and if someone happens to come by and ask you what your favorite is, take a few moments and let them know, because we have the People's Choice Award, and that is solely voted on by the people at Taste of the Town.
Great, good.
We do the same thing with the kids. We have Kids' Choice Awards. And so those restaurants are usually different from what the judges are looking for.
Right, I bet, sure. That's a great idea to have folks just randomly going around and being polled, John.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and you get a good response there. Are you ever surprised by some of the People's Choice recipients?
You know, not really, because if you go and look tonight at the event, where you see the kids hanging out will usually be the place that wins their award.
Yeah.
And you'll see the long lines at the restaurants, and those are the ones that usually win the People's Choice Award.
Yeah. How about best decorated booth?
Now, we do that as well, too, because we encourage the restaurants to put their best foot forward, kind of demonstrate what their restaurant's all about. You know, if it's a Caribbean restaurant, then it should have some type of Caribbean theme or something like that.
Right.
And the effort that they put into their booth, the creativity, that's what the judges look for on those booths.
Of course, for you, John, this is just a prelude to next year, the silver anniversary, when you'll actually be wearing the hat that Patty and Kathleen are wearing yesterday and tonight, obviously. What's that like for you to think that the silver anniversary, the 25th anniversary Taste of the Town?
I'm actually excited about that.
Are you really? You're not scared?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you can't be scared.
Right.
It's way too early to be scared yet. But next year will be an exciting year. We're looking at doing a lot more than we've done this year or in the past, because of it being that milestone.
Right.
We want to add some things. We've put together a committee that will start immediately after Taste of the Town, coming up with ideas what we can do to really promote the 25th anniversary, because 25 years is a lot.
It's a big deal, yeah.
Absolutely.
We've got Myra Starnes with us tomorrow talking about the 26th annual Charles Dickens show and week of festivals there.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize that.
When you think about events like that in the Myrtle Beach area that have been around as long as they have, virtually nothing compares with y'all's two events.
They become traditions. They absolutely are, and we want to celebrate it as a tradition.
Truly, John. We've just got 8 or 9 minutes. You know, when you think about bringing kids out and coming out, of course, I think you mentioned a lot of the kids from the school will be donating their time.
Right.
From the 6th to 8th grade. You'll probably have a lot of the children like your own who are even younger who will be out there and enjoying it. But for folks who may not have attended in the past, what are they going to experience when they get there? Just give them a bird's eye view. Let's say they're coming up to the main entrance here at the convention center today at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock.
You'll come in if you haven't purchased your admission ticket. There's a booth set up out in the lobby, and you can purchase the ticket there. Once you come in the door, you'll find, of course, all the sponsors will have their tables up at the front.
Good, yeah, McDonald's, HTC, and the Myrtle Beach Herald.
Absolutely.
Know those guys, yeah.
Yes. Well, you know, McDonald's is actually going to have a booth inside the event this year, so they will not be up at the front.
Okay, I'm loving it.
So they're going to be serving coffee and their cinnamon melts.
And their cinnamon melts. That's worthy of just getting in to come by and check out those cinnamon melts.
Absolutely. And one other thing McDonald's is doing, too, this year is they're bringing Ronald McDonald.
Oh, fantastic.
So the
My
kids
daughter
will
love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll come out later on today.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there.
Oh, yeah, John. You know, there's so many questions, and, of course, your website lays out a lot of those frequently asked questions. But one of the big things that it didn't think about, or that I didn't see on there, was just why St. Andrew Catholic School? Why is it for you? What's so special about St. Andrew?
I think it's the quality of education that my children will receive there at the school. Of course, it is a faith-based educational system, and I enjoy having that as part of it.
Right.
But it's not, you know, it is a Catholic school, but it's open to all denominations, and we encourage anybody to come out and visit the school, and anybody that wants their children to have a great education. These kids at St. Andrews go on to become leaders in the community.
Those are great words. They become leaders in the community. The ones over the last 52 years, as well as the ones that are there right now and will be there for the next 7 or 8 years.
Absolutely.
I think Patty and Kathleen mentioned there's even a waiting list for the K through 5.
There is, and anybody that's having children, this year may want to go ahead and explore that opportunity to get them on the waiting list now.
All 3 of your girls, both the 2 that are there now and your youngest daughter, Anna Catherine, have found that St. Andrews is a perfect place for them.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great, John. That's great. Thinking about some of these other questions, of course, when we think about the types of food that are available, you've got a list of the 54 restaurants, but you also have a breakdown of the different types. You mentioned some of those earlier. Go ahead and just give us a sense. You even take a look right at that just to give us a sense of the different types of food available for folks who think, well, they won't have my favorite kind of food out. Is it probable that today they'll have some of any viewer's favorite food?
If you like Mexican, Abuelo's is going to be there.
Great.
Fiesta Mexicana.
Abuelo's right next door here.
Senior Frogs is going to be there.
Senior Frogs from Broadway of the Beach.
Right. Seafood, Bubba's Fish Shack is going to be there. Of course, the Divine Fish House will be there.
Absolutely.
The A la Mirada this year.
Fancy.
We're excited to have Oliver's Lodge this year out of Merle's Inlet.
Great, from Merle's Inlet.
This is their first year being there.
Is that right?
And they've been in business since 1910, I understand.
I did not know that.
I didn't either till I started talking to them.
That's great.
But we're glad to have them.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, bakeries. We've got croissants there again this year.
Right.
Tofino's, which is out on the Air Force Base.
Tofino's, very popular. I think they've won some awards at Taste of the Town in the past.
Both croissants and Tofino's have won.
I bet. Heidi does an amazing job as well as Phil.
Yeah. We've got the 3 Steps Down, which is at the Sea Mist Resort on Ocean Boulevard. It's a brand new restaurant.
Sure, it must be.
The Riverview restaurant at Holiday Inn is going to be there, and Waterscapes at the Marina Inn at Grand Dunes is
very nice. Yes, we'll talk to Jim Rosenberg about that later this week. He'll be with us on Thursday.
Yeah. Planet Hollywood, Hard Rock Cafe will be represented.
Great, and I understand the theme parks sending out one of their folks last minute.
Well, I wish that could happen, but they contacted us on Thursday of last week.
Just a little too late. Okay.
And
Penny and Kathleen were talking about that.
Yeah, and it may, we're working out the details right now, and they may have some representation within the Hard Rock booth. But we don't know yet.
Yeah, that's very important.
We'll find out at 4.
That's right. We'll know later. That's right. We'll know today at 4.
Let me see. Dr. Root Beer's Hall of Fame out at Barefoot Landing is going to be there this year. He's
fantastic.
Homemade root beer. He'll be doing the root beer floats and some sandwiches as well too.
Oh yeah. So there's a lot of different. Did I see that there's some of those other types of foods? You've got so many types over on the right side of the page. Some really stuck out to me.
One thing that just occurred was the Greek festival.
Right.
So the Grecian Delight restaurant's going to be there this year.
Love
kind of extend the food from there.
Absolutely. That is fantastic, John. Thank you for sharing those different types. Again, if folks have never been, they're going to really get something that they almost can't imagine to try to put it in perspective.
And, because there's so many restaurants in Myrtle Beach, and it is a taste of the town, you have an opportunity to sample several different restaurants that you may not have ever gone to. I've got small kids, so we may not go to places like Greg Norman's because of the atmosphere.
Right.
But we have an opportunity tonight to sample their food.
Absolutely, that's a very good point. And there's probably a lot of those restaurants, as you said, Sid and Roy's and the one out in Carolina Forest that have not yet opened. You can get a sense of what's going to happen when those 2 restaurants open in the next 6 to 8 months to really get a feel of what all they're doing.
Absolutely.
What all they're doing. Of course, when you think about a school being the recipient, where are Patty and Kathleen spoke yesterday about where some of these dollars that will be raised tonight are going. They're going directly into capital improvements and otherwise. What are some of the other things that will benefit from tonight's event?
The biggest thing is you mentioned earlier, the school's over 50 years old.
Right.
And so we're looking at renovating the school. New windows are needed. The electrical system probably has to be redone within the next few years. Things like that. And we hope that some of this money can go towards projects like that.
Good.
Of course, we just opened the gym last year, I think it was, and a lot of the money from Taste of the Town went to help build that gym. We built a new playground for the kids out there, so they have a safe place to play.
That's tremendous. My daughter and I both have eyes bigger than our stomachs. And so are we going to find that we could possibly take something with us after the...
I hope you do take stuff home because, you know, there are people out there that may not be able to attend tonight for whatever reason. This year, our 8th grade is selling takeout boxes.
To-go boxes,
To-go boxes. So, you know, grab a few of those, take them around to the different restaurants, take them to the shut-ins, take them to people that may have had a prior commitment but wanted to be there.
That's a great point. That's a great idea, you know, to go ahead and collect some foods and get them out to people who just can't be there.
Absolutely.
So folks can they get the to-go boxes early in the day, like at 4 and 5?
We'll have the booth set up right at the front door. So as you're coming in, grab you some food tickets, grab you some to-go boxes, and then just make the rounds.
That is fantastic. You're getting ready, obviously, again, getting ready for next year's event. Can you imagine any way to make it better for next year? Or can you do anything to top what folks are going to see today?
Yes. We've been thinking already of things that we can do for next year. I don't want to promise you anything today because the logistics have to be worked out.
Sure.
There will be some exciting events happening next year.
Well, they got to get out today. Yeah.
But they got to come today, because we got to make this event a success today in order to have an event next year.
Those are great words. Sean, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Well, I enjoyed it. I really did. This is probably the quietest part of my whole day.
I love it. That's right. You're going to be going nuts from here on out. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with John Robitaille coming up next. The time is 4 p.m. The place, the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. The event is the 24th annual. Here at 24th Annual Taste of the Town to benefit St. Andrew Catholic School. An amazing day, amazing volunteers. Over 200 folks will be there tonight. Here it is, the 24th Annual Taste of the Town. Enjoy samples of specialty dishes from over 50 of the finest restaurants. $4 if you buy it before 4 p.m. today at any of the HCC Communications locations. $5 at the door. Ticket prices are $1 each. No more than $4 at any of the places. Most of them average around $1 to $2. You can get out there. Of course, McDonald's, HCC Communications, and the Myrtle Beach Herald supporting, along with so many of the other amazing vendors and restaurants that will be out there. Come out, enjoy the 24th Annual Taste of the Town, the Myrtle Beach Convention Center today, 4 p.m. Get out there, please.